Hey guys, so this is a video I've been promising to make, and it is my everyday hair routine. This is my hair fresh out of the shower, fresh out of the towel. This is natural curl. It's kind of a frizzy, crazy mess. So I'm just going to go kind of through what I do every day just to kind of tame the mane. And so we're going to go ahead and get started because I'm not sure how long this is going to take. But because I live in Georgia, it is hot here and the sun is really bright and it's very strong. And so whenever I've noticed when I would be out in the sun for a long time, like the top of my hair would start breaking because of the heat like directly down on it. So I use this Redken UV Rescue protective oil on my hair first thing. I mean, this is just kind of, it's like a heat protectant to like a straightening iron or like a hair straightener, but this is for the sun and its UV rays. So I just take this and I put this all over the roots of my hair, anywhere that might directly touch the sun. And this is just kind of coat it from, you know, any breakage or anything. Next I'm going to take just a hairbrush. Any type of brush you want to use is fine. Oh, and I don't have any makeup on. Like, you can still kind of see where it's wiped off from the shower. But I'm going to film a makeup tutorial after this, so I didn't put any on. So I'm just going to take this and just kind of brush it through my hair. And this is also going to kind of get all the tangles out, because no matter how much conditioner you put in your hair, it's still going to be tangly. And I am going to do a video probably maybe tomorrow of like my hair tips. I want to say tips every time I say that. Tips and tricks just for naturally curly hair. And I know a lot of people say if you have curly hair you're not supposed to brush it with a paddle brush, but my hair is so thick that I have to in order to get all the tangles and knots and everything out of it. And you really want to make sure you get underneath of your hair, like the baby hairs on the bottom, because those do knot up. Alright, so this is it after I brush it. You can see it's still pretty wet. The next thing I do is a leave-in conditioner. And I'm gonna go ahead and say I use a lot of stuff in my hair, but I do take really good care of my hair. My hairdresser always says every time I go in there that I have such healthy hair and whatever. And that's really weird because I have psoriasis on my scalp, and so you would think my hair would be really damaged because I have such a dry scalp. But I usually keep it pretty good. So the next thing I use is a leave-in conditioner, and this is the Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Intensely Smooth Leave-In Conditioner Cream, Frizzy Dry and Manageable Hair. This is what I use. And I take about I just take a dollop of it in my hand. I have a lot of hair, so just whatever works for you. I take about this much. I know that's a lot, but. So then I'm going to kind of just take it and just kind of work it into my hair. Just like you would do your regular conditioner in the shower. And I'm going to kind of scrunch my hair as I'm doing this just to kind of get some of the natural curl back in it from being brushed out with the brush. And I'm going to just kind of work this in it. And then I'm going to take a little bit more, if I don't close the bottle, and put it directly on my ends. Just because my ends, I need a haircut. My ends are like really dry and split right now, and I just haven't had the chance to go get a haircut. And plus I'm going to a military ball at the end of this month, and I kind of don't want my hair any shorter. So anyways, that's what I do with this. And I'm just going to kind of, anywhere that's a little frizzy, and I'm also going to work kind of like that natural curl back into my hair, just like that. Now since I have curly hair, I have no problem with body or volume, so I don't really use it. Sorry, I'm wiping my hands on a towel. So I don't really use anything that will help with that. Next is this Curly Reactivator, and I just got these two products right here. I'll talk about them in a second. And I tried them alone in my hair, and it was just a frizzy mess. It did not hold it. So I kind of worked it into my everyday routine, so I'm still using them. And I've actually noticed the difference since I started using them. But the first thing is, I'm sorry, I'm like rambling, is the Samy Salon Systems Get Curls Curl Reactivator. Looks like this, and this is like a serum, like it's a clear serum that you put on your hair. And I put this in right after my leave-in conditioner, and this just kind of reactivates your curls. I get just, I don't know if you can see that, just kind of a glob of it. About the same amount of leave-in conditioner, and I'm going to work this into my hair as well. This is just kind of get those natural curls reactivated and going. And I have bangs, and I always forget to do those. You can get a little bit more if you need. This stuff is really, really safe on your hair. It's not bad and that stuff is actually I got it for really cheap. I thought it was gonna be more than it is, but each bottle was only $4.99, I think, which is good considering like it was in the salon section, so it was like with the more expensive stuff, and I actually really like it. So now that that all's in there, that stuff smells. It doesn't smell bad, but it smells kind of weird. I'm not a huge fan. Like the leave-in conditioner smells so good. So I wipe my hands off after everything I use because it gets that weird greasy feeling. Another thing people ask me is, doesn't your hair get greasy with all the stuff you put in it? No, not really. Curly hair doesn't really, I find that it doesn't really get greasy. It gets more like, after a couple days it gets really dry if I don't wash it, whereas people with straight hair, their hair gets oily. So I don't really find a problem with my hair getting oily. Next is the Big Curls Lightweight Curl Cream. And I use this to shape my curls to get ready for the day, or however I'm going to do my hair. This is what I use. It softens and refines curls, calms frizz. It makes my hair really soft, I have noticed that, but it doesn't really hold it as well as I would like for it to, as in like for all day. It definitely doesn't have that crunchy feeling like mousse and stuff does, which I like, but I wish my hair didn't get so big and poofy when I had this in there. But again, I'm just going to take this in my hands and just kind of work it in there. Now I would recommend, if you have hair like mine, you stop after this step and just see with the curl cream how it works for you. Some days it'll work fine for me, some days it won't. But I have noticed since I have been using it, I don't use as much mousse in my hair, which is good, so it doesn't make it as crunchy as normal, but I still use mousse just to kind of hold it better. You notice I'm not brushing through my hair, I'm mostly scrunching this in there. And this is just going to kind of, help the curls stay. I don't want to brush them out, because like it'll make your hair longer, but it'll look thinner and you won't have as much body. And I'm not brushing, I'm just grabbing it and pulling through it. And with natural color hair, you want to find stuff, I know this is kind of like common sense, but you want to find stuff that's for curly hair. Like, because I know some people that have curly hair, they'll use stuff that's like for straightening and it's supposed to like straighten it and everything, but then their hair just ends up looking kind of funky because the product's trying to straighten it and there's so much curl in it that it can't really be straightened. So that is it for that. I think that is all worked in there. I'm just going to take my hair and just kind of shake it just to give it a little bit of body. So this is what it was looking like so far. And then next I'm using my all-time favorite mousse. I choose this. I've tried I think just about every drugstore brand. Garnier Noutrise, Suave, what's the one? Tresemme. Just about every drugstore mousse that is for curly hair I've tried, and this is my all-time favorite. Is the Pantene Curly Curly Hair. See, you know how Pantene has those lines for like thin, thick, curly, and like a couple other ones? This is from the Curly line, and they have a bunch of products. I also have the gel and I have the hairspray, which I'll show you later. And the gel I don't use as much. I use it when I'm going to the pool that day, and I'll just flip my hair, scrunch it with gel, and then go, because it's going to get messed up anyway, so there's no point using all this product in it when it's going to get messed up. But I'm going to use this, and I'm almost out. I need to get some more. And I'm going to take just, I know that seems like a lot, but I'm going to take just a dollop of this in my hair. And I'm just going to kind of get it and scrunch it up. And I'm mainly focused like on my bangs, and just anywhere you think might need a little bit of extra protection from frizz. And I'm going to also show you what I do to keep my hair from getting crunchy after I put the mousse in it. So I'm like whipping my hair all around. That is it for that. And so just to keep it from getting crunchy, usually when I brush through it, it has like a huge, like, each strand has a bunch of mousse in it, so that's why it gets crunchy. But if you just put a little dab of it just all over your hair, it won't be as bad. And also don't put a little bit of it on the ends. I usually go back and grab all my ends and get just a little tiny bit of mousse. It's not as much as it looks like. And I just kind of work it through my hands. And what you want to do is you already kind of want to rub it out, so that way it's kind of like water when you put it in there. So it doesn't do that in your hair, because that's what makes it crunchy, is when it turns to like water form in your hair. And this is just going to kind of keep the ends from frizzing up. So after you do that, you want to just kind of rub your hands off, and then you want to kind of go back and just squeeze it out, kind of. And my bed right behind me is soaking wet. That's okay. I have to wash my sheets today anyways. You just kind of want to squeeze it out, and this is also going to keep it from getting that crunchy feeling to it. Alright, and then like my bangs, you can see, are just kind of growing out, and they used to be short, so they would like fall pretty to the side, and I could wear them down like this. But because I need a haircut, and because I haven't had my haircut since like a long time ago, I can't really leave them down anymore. So what I've been doing is I've just been taking the top of my hair, just kind of pulling it back a little bit, just like this. This is just going to kind of keep my bangs out of my face. I have a really big forehead, I feel like. I don't know, maybe it's just me. That was really random, I know, I'm sorry. So I'm like digging through this little thing for bobby pins. I've really been loving like I think Goody makes them, but the color collections, the bobby pins, like, and you can buy a bunch of different things like in your specific hair color, so like the blonde bobby pins. I really like those, especially when I've been in a couple weddings the past couple of months, so I've been using those in my hair. They work pretty well. I just put a couple back there just to kind of hold it in place. And you do want to grab some scalp hair when you put bobby pins in, just so it kind of stays. So I'm going to go through and just make sure the hair by where I pulled it back is down right. And then the last thing that I do is just put a little bit of hairspray in it, just to kind of keep those flyaways down. And I use the Pantene Curly Hairspray. Don't ever use aerosol on your hair when you're wearing it down. If you're pulling it up and you just have some flyaways on top, that's fine. But aerosol cans, when the spray comes out, it's so compressed that it expands when it comes out. So when it hits your hair, it's still expanding, so it really just pulls your hair and makes it frizz. But when you have it up, like an updo, you just put it on, and you know, it doesn't really hurt it then. But when it's curled and down, you don't really want to do that, because it'll expand your hair and make it frizzy. That's why a lot of people with curly hair find that they can't use aerosol hairsprays. Alright, that is it. I hope you guys liked it. This is my hair routine for every day. If you have any questions, let me know. Anything about the products I'm using, let me know, and I'll list them all down below. But I think that is it. I'm about to film a tutorial, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.